why do we even have that button? Good evening, everybody. Hello. Why is everything off? Give me a minute to fix this. I'm not muting people. We're just going on the BRB screen while I fix this.
I'm Farzu tonight. This looks cool.
Are apparently.
Someone maybe didn't change their name?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, mine still says Cyrus, but that shouldn't matter. I'm changing it now.
It doesn't. I realize what happened. Now. It doesn't change it because he's still first alphabetically. Apparently
Yeah.
all I did was accidentally drag Emrys on top of Farzu because I didn't have the cam locked at some point. Oh no, mine is still off. Give me a second. What the heck? That's wild. They didn't fix mine when I did that. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday out there while we deal with this. Anyways. Cool! I fixed it.
Why do we even have that button?
I don't know why we even have that button. That is a confusing button. Yeah, welcome back. It's been 2 weeks, but last week you all
You're still
traveled around the world.
You're still like half of Katie.
What the heck? It looked
on stream.
What the? It was fine, and then I hit the transition button. Oh my god!
It's all right. No one can compare to me. I know.
Actually, the way it's cropped right now, you can't see the doll.
Should we just
what
leave
doll?
Should we just leave it like? Don't do that to me. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that. Don't do that to me.
What? I'm not doing anything.
Fairly blurred.
It's right there. We can all see it.
I
when
have
they
nothing.
put their hand
to
up
do
like
that.
this, it's gonna be completely in focus. It's gonna freak everybody out.
All I see is the doll from Saw sitting back there.
Speaking of creepy things. Perfect transition, thank you. You all did some world fast traveling. Took an evening off in Saris, and then made your way to Bechgarde, where you had a very fun conversation with Serthian, and then his employer. Who turned out to be a lich by the name of Vecna. And was going to give you the evening to think on a few things. So we ended on the long rest. As the morning comes back around, what would you all like to do?
I think that night we all probably get together and talk things over and decide what to do, which is a conversation we've already had above game.
Yeah.
No, I think Dietrich probably just tries to sleep. I don't know how successful he's going to be because I think this place really creeps him out.
So are we in a room with a bunch of people?
No.
Or is it just?
It's just you guys.
Okay. So before I do anything, knowing what's coming up, I'm going to cast the Hero's Feast for all of us. In case shit goes sour.
Oh yeah,
It's a good idea.
You do have 2 of those, don't you?
I do. So I'm going to take the time to do that. It lasts for 24 hours. Immune to poison, being frightened, and we make all wisdom saving throws with advantage, and we have 2d10 extra hit points.
extra hit points or temporary hit points?
It increases your
Hit
hit
point
point
maximum
maximum.
increased.
Cool. And I think, Ang, you roll those 2d10 and we all get that number.
Correct.
Is the way it works.
Yes. I dropped my fidget toy and I don't know where it went.
So that was an 8 and a 4.
So 12. Cool.
Okay.
And it's what?
Did you
Advantage
do
on
those
wisdom
before the
saves
long
and what
rest?
else?
Immune to poison
Immune
And
to poison
frightened.
and frightened.
and frightened. Cool.
So this was taking place before the long rest?
Yes.
Yeah, it lasts 24
Last
hours.
24 hours, and that way he gets the spell slot back.
Okay. And then I probably would have put up private sanctuary, or what is it? Private sanctum.
Okay.
Just so we could talk in private without others being able to pry on us.
Okay. Very cool.
While we're in the private sanctum, can I try my amulet? And can I ask Willie, what do you know about a lich named Vecna?
That's a really good question.
Thank you.
No. I about private sanctuary.
If you want to rule that it doesn't work, that's totally fine. Like there's no
No,
actual
there is
mechanics to
there.
the amulet.
Yeah. No, it says creatures in it can't be targeted, but it says nothing about you guys targeting people outside of it. To be fair.
No, I'm Dietrich. It's been a couple weeks.
I know.
You gotta remember.
I know. I gotta get into it. That was my bad. That was my bad. That was on me. That one's on me. He's gonna make a history check. We'll go back in your head. Not a whole lot. He was a mage of some renown for some time, but we've lost what it is. Where he is.
So I think after just like holding on to the amulet and concentrating for a couple of minutes, Dietrich will put it away and just tell the rest of the group, like, I think this is bad. Willie doesn't even know anything about this. Can I actually get out the wand of sending?
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're not detectable in here, right? Like, are we completely undetectable in here?
I will read everything. Sound cannot pass through the barrier. The barrier warded area appears dark, preventing vision, including dark vision, through it. Does not block true vision or true sight. Sensors created by divination spells can't appear inside the barrier or pass through the barrier at its perimeter. Creatures in the area can't be targeted by divination magic. Nothing can teleport into or out of the warded area, and planar travel is blocked within the warded area.
All right.
How long is that ward last?
24 hours.
Or until he drops it.
Great.
All right. If we think it's safe in here, I'm gonna get out the wand of sending. I'm gonna send a message to the Dawn Queen saying, "This is very important. If you don't hear from us within 24 hours, every navy in the world needs to hit Bechgarde with everything they have. Life and death. For you, not us."
Okay. If it is that important to you all, I'm certain we can arrange something.
I'll use another charge from the wand. I mean it when I say every navy in the world. 24 hours and you don't hear from us, send emissaries to storm Maw because we need the Ironsides. That's how bad.
All right.
This will kill everyone.
Um. All right. All right. That is serious.
Yeah, and I'm gonna save the other two charges for after the fight, hopefully, if there is a fight.
Okay. Isn't that in the morning or in the evening?
In the evening.
Oh.
Yeah, in the evening, right before we go to bed,
Okay.
while we're still in the
Cool.
sanctum. So I guess I'll roll to get
Yeah, you'll
charges
get the
back in the
charges
morning.
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All right, I got both back.
Cool.
And I think I want to have Fair try something before we sleep as well.
Okay.
I think they will burn some of their incense. We'll say 100 gold worth, and try to contact or cast divination and try to contact Pelor and or Salune through the sword
Okay.
to ask if either of them knows anything about this Archmage Vecna.
Give me 1 second to look something up. And you're casting this using divination?
Yeah. And they're just overshooting on the incense there. Hotbox the private sanctum because they're not sure if these gods will even answer them, but it's worth a shot.
And the specific phrasing is you're asking them if they know anything about Vecna.
Yes.
Okay.
Or what they know about Vecna, if anything.
Your eyes will start to itch and then burn a little bit.
Oh, too much incense. Sorry, guys.
And that's how it feels to Fair. What you guys see, if you're looking at them, is their eyes just turn like yellow and glow like suns. And then after about 6 seconds of that, your vision is completely gone. And you see the city of Bechgarde as it was. A thriving port, people around, and then you see from the tower just like all of this green mist emanate from it and start choking people out in the streets. And immediately, almost instantaneously after death, come back with their glowing green eyes under his control.
Okay. And is there any sort of indication, any way to tell how recently this occurred? Like, Fair will assume it was, 3 months since they'd heard?
Yeah.
Anyone had heard from Bechgarde, so they're assuming about 3 months ago. Does that look right? Like the weather and so forth?
Yes. Yeah, the weather would look accurate for that.
Okay. So. Okay. Oops. They'll tell the others it looks like it was indeed Vecna who wiped out everyone in this town, and so far as the sun was able to see, he did it all at once with some cloud of magic from this tower. So I think we had a feeling before that he was powerful, but a bit more of an idea how powerful.
If that happens to me, fair. Please kill me.
Only if you swear to do the same for me.
I'll do my best.
My life I could stand to lose, but not my mind like that.
Right. The question is more whether I could stand to lose you. I hope I can bring myself to do it, but in the moment, I have no idea.
Well, if he brings me back like some zombie, would it truly still be me?
I don't know how it works. Can the spell be broken? Would you come back?
I don't know. How much would Fair know about that level of necromancy?
Make an Arcana check.
All right. And I'll assume I can roll
System?
this with advantage with my scribes thing.
Yeah. I was gonna actually give you advantage because the drow do actually practice necromancy as well.
Okay. Let's see. That is only a 21.
There are stories, and they may just be stories of people that were raised up in death that were killed and then brought back that broke out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, at 21, it may just be stories, but, you know, anecdotal evidence is still anecdotal evidence.
Mm-hmm. But this is anecdotal evidence from the drow.
Yes.
All right, so with that caveat, fair, we'll
Mhm.
tell Dietrich that there's mention of such a thing happening, but nothing concrete. I don't know if it truly is possible or if they're just stories. But, well, if I am turned like that and I'm trying to kill you, that's never what I would want. If I kill you, it would be my own free will, not someone else's. And I have no plans to do such right now, but
Always the charmer.
I would be very upset if someone else used me to kill you like that.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
That would be ideal.
Well, if we're all in agreement, should we go meet our host?
I suppose so. He has all the time in the world, but we don't.
Okay. I imagine you guys are heading out for the tower in the morning. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Theon will meet you at outside the door to the tower. So you've come to Treacy's today.
Yes, we've come to bargain.
Okay.
Dormammu.
And he'll hold open the giant door to the tower for you all. I believe you all know where it is.
How well lit is it in here generally?
It's fairly well lit. I mean, it's a dull, glowing green light from candles, but it's well lit.
I wonder if I can draw my sword and light it up just under the pretense of having a light, or if it would just be too obvious. I will probably just leave it disappeared. I
You can
guess.
certainly try to roll a deception
Yeah.
check.
No, it's fine. It'll just stay disappeared
Okay.
for the time being.
Yeah, he'll follow you guys up. To the room, and the doors will open as they have before.
Is he going to follow us into the room with Vecna?
Yeah.
Can I ask him to wait outside?
Sure.
Sorry, sir. It's nothing personal. It's just we quite value our privacy. This is
I
between us. This is between us and him.
No, I understand. I understand. Okay. I'll be out here if anything happens.
It won't be as much fun without you to look at.
Hmm. All right. Well, have a good discussion then.
Thank you.
See you when this is over.
I imagine you will.
All right. You all head inside the room. He'll get up from his chair from watching outside and walk around, leaning on his staff. So, what decision have you made?
Well, before that, I suppose I have some questions.
Certainly.
So, just so I'm clear on exactly what you're looking for here. And also, so you can hopefully hear the words you're saying and like figure out exactly how insane you sound. So,
All right.
you are saying that your goal is to kill absolutely everyone and take over absolutely everything.
And ascend as the god of death.
Right.
Yes.
So you're going to kill everybody. That's what you're trying to do.
And raise them in undeath, yes.
Yeah, raise them for what purpose? Why, if you kill everybody, why do you need an army?
To have enough power to ascend to godhood.
God of what, though? If you've killed everybody, who is left to
Undeath.
worship you?
Undeath.
So the slaves that you created will worship you. Do they not do that already?
Do people worship me already? No.
There won't be people to worship you if you kill them all.
Exactly.
So people don't worship you, then you're going to kill all the people.
I don't see why this is complicated.
I don't see what purpose it serves.
I make a bunch of undead thralls that worship me. I gain enough
Because
power
you
to
tell
ascend to
them to.
godhood. Yes.
Right, I'm saying who the fuck cares about ascending to godhood when there are no people left to worship anyone? Isn't the purpose of being a god to fuck with the lives of mortals? If there are no more mortals, who even cares?
You suddenly can't hear yourself talk about halfway through that sentence.
All right.
as he puts
You-
you are very aware there's a silent spell in a 20-foot radius around you.
I'll just put my hands up like, all right, I'll drop it.
And he'll pull the magic back.
Your goals are your own. That's valid. I didn't mean to question you. However, this makes you the second immortal asshole who's asked us to help him with his goal of killing absolutely the fuck everybody. And man, I'm not a hero. I'm certainly not above a little light villainy from time to time. If you want a few murders here and there, maybe take out one or two of the more annoying gods, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But you want to kill everybody. Everybody.
And raise them back in undeath, yes.
Yeah. Sure. I'm just saying. You want to kill everyone in the world and take over the entire place for yourself. And I'm sorry, but fucking no, I live here. It's not always the greatest place, but this is where I fucking live. This is where we all live. So, with that in mind, we're not unreasonable. So, this is our final offer
Certainly.
because, as powerful as you are, you still need us. Because you haven't found your precious book yet, have you?
I think I've made that clear that I have not.
And if you could take on Asmodeus by yourself, you wouldn't be having this conversation, would you?
Right.
So, give us what we need to defeat him, and we'll take care of him for you. And for us, on that we're agreed. And we will even keep your secret. We won't tell the outside world of your existence. In return, you need to leave the material plane and all of your undead thralls. Leave this plane of existence, not for a year, not for 10 years, not for 1,000 years, but for all time. Forever. The material plane is forever off limits to you. You can conquer the Feywild, you can conquer the Shadowfell, you can conquer the 9 hells in the abyss for all we care. This plane of existence, our lives, the people here, are off limits to you forever. We all know that you could conquer us, but if you want our help, you're going to need to choose not to. That's our final offer.
And when you're all dead, how would you know that I kept up my end of the bargain?
Well, I'm not sure about them, but it's gonna take me a long, long time to die.
Who knows? I may
keep
decide
fighting
to.
you're an archdruid.
I may decide to stick around just to be sure.
All right. You know what? Because of your poor choice of words, I'll accept.
Leave the material plane, never come back, never make any attempts to invade it or conquer it. Don't send any of your thralls back here. You can go to the rest of the planes, kill all the gods you want. We don't give a shit.
Indeed.
And I'm not exactly sure I can trust you per se, but you're also no devil.
Deal with a devil
You're
you know
not.
is better than one you don't. Isn't that what they say?
I don't know. I think I know quite a few. I think I might be like a quarter, maybe half. Not exactly sure. And I'm not sure I can trust you, but I get the feeling that you're not the type to just make a deal and just break it for no reason.
Who knows, I might get bored in 1,000 years or something. But I'll do my best.
Well, 1,000 years isn't the deal.
I know. Like I said, I'll do my best. Now, where would you like
What?
me to begin?
Why don't you start with the nine hells? Perhaps we will meet you there, and we can kill the old man. We can kill the old man together.
The issue is you don't want to kill the man. Not permanently, anyways. And see, the devils have rules. The things they fight and keep back don't. You see, there's this eternal conflict called the Blood War.
Yeah, we've heard of that.
Yes, I assume it's not really
Devils,
our
demons,
history.
souls, very metal.
Yes.
We've covered that part. That's a fair point.
The Blood War spilled over into the material plane of Odoron.
We gathered that much as well.
They traded an artifact, a throne of pure evil, for someone to sit on and call the devils should the demons ever return. The problem is power corrupts. And so the throne was destroyed, and everything bled back over. So what do? They take the pieces, the eyes given by the gods, and make a crown out of it instead, because it's so much better and less gaudy.
I don't know. I'd have to see it for myself.
You'll have to trust
I
me on
think
that.
with the right outfit, you could probably make anything work.
Ah! And you know what happens the second time? It happened again. And this time the magic they were pulling threatened to destroy the plane, so what does everyone else do? They banish Odoron into a pocket dimension. So its magic can't destroy this plane. Was it worth it? Maybe. The problem is, they didn't banish the crown. So it's been floating around from hand to hand for hundreds of years. And then they lost it. Its current whereabouts unknown. Except for those who have seen it and can divine its location. are you following so far?
So this crown is missing,
And has
and
been.
whoever and has been for quite some time,
Yes.
and whoever holds it has the power to do what exactly?
Channel all of the gods that are alive that put a spark in that crown.
Including Asmodeus,
Yes.
which seems to be the entire problem.
Indeed. Because he deceived all of the other traitor gods and has the ability to control whoever wears it.
So, find the crown, destroy it, job done?
Hopefully. He is a god after all. I imagine he has machinations on machinations, but yes.
Any leads?
There is a rumor that I've been unable to pursue myself for some time. But I doubt even the elves are dumb enough for what has been said. It is locked in a tomb, chained up with another one of the gods that gave its power to it.
Sorry, could you repeat that? You cut out for a sec.
It is chained up with another one of the gods that gave its power to it.
In a tomb, you said. Whose tomb?
Oblivion itself.
Well, that's dramatic. Somewhere on
Not if
this
you've ever met
plane.
him. Yes.
But I suppose you don't have any idea where exactly that is.
I believe Stormmaw does. But they have some pretty powerful magic on their side, unfortunately, to stop me from divining the truth of the situation.
So the tomb of Oblivion itself.
Mm-hmm.
And where in the world would that be?
There are several possibilities. I believe you've already discovered one of them and knocked it off of the list for me, which was the research facility. I believe you all visited a long time ago.
Karori.
Yes.
Any other possibilities?
We're looking for a facility that is something of a similar age. Any of the islands that existed during the age of Odoron would be on the list. Or fragments of Odoron that still exist. Which, since you've already found Gory, would only leave one piece of Odoron left to search. Which is, what, a day and a half from here? 2 days at most.
Do I know what he's talking about?
Um, above game, yeah, you would know as a pirate. There are haunted islands, a triplet of haunted islands south east of Stormmaw and northeast of here.
Yeah, I think I see the 3 you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. And the thing about fighting Asmodeus on the material plane, you'll only pause his advancements. He'll have others.
Are you saying that destroying the crown may not be the end?
It's entirely possible. He only needed a perfect vessel to maintain himself on the material plane. He can use others and destroy their body to stay here temporarily. So, making a play for the crown may in fact lead him to get more desperate.
But he doesn't have the same lead that we do now on where it is.
Seeing as how close it is to Stormmaw, and the fact it may be the tomb of another traitor god, I would not be surprised if he just hasn't moved on it to give away his hand. But he has plans to as soon as someone else does.
I see.
At least
Essentially,
that would be my guess.
we've got the short stack here. And what we need to do is go all in the hopes that Asmodeus is foolish enough to call our bluff.
You need
Get him to put his cards down when he may not be ready for it. It may not be his best hand. I think Dietrich is just running with the poker analogy. And like nobody else probably understands what he's talking about, but it makes sense to him.
I think you may need to put a couple cards down and draw a few more into your hands. But you have him on the run already. Just a little bit off balance. Continuing to try to push may not be the worst thing. Does that make sense? And to look over at Fair.
Yeah, there's a very blank expression on Dietrich's face.
I think so.
Because with your allies, if you can continue to keep him off balance, what is he more likely to do?
He's going to do something desperate.
Make a misstep.
Mhm.
And that's when you push all in.
Oh.
So how are you so familiar with all of his machinations right now? Are you able to keep an eye on him?
I'm able to
With
keep
your
on
magic.
several of his allies with my magic. Not all of them.
Interesting.
It's also not like we fought several times. Different places here and there.
Oh, when was the last time, out of curiosity?
His last attempt was 500 years ago, I would say.
Hmm. And you played the hero to try to stop him?
Mm,
Or just pulled strings from the background?
a little bit of both. We fought, but it was more out of self-preservation for my plan than anything. I
So
was
he
just
attacked
a
you.
baby lich back then.
Baby Lich. Alive.
No.
Baby, let's do. So, do you recommend we sail for these 3 islands now, or wait until he makes a mistake first?
You have ways to protect yourself. From any way he may be able to draw information from you. If you can guarantee that, then I would make a move. But if you can't, he's going to see it coming a mile away.
Do you know where he is right now?
Probably in the ninth layer of hell.
All right.
His physical manifestation very rarely ever leaves there. Unless something has gone seriously wrong on one of the other levels.
And his associates that you are able to track, are there any you could recommend we strike out at right now?
Yeah, like
Or
what is
mark them
giving
as...
him eyes and ears on this plane, and can
Mhm.
we kill those people first?
If you can make your way into Stormmaw Fortress and kill all of his devils that are scrying on everyone and making this war a mess, sure. I don't think you'd survive that.
But the ones that you've been scrying on in return.
On the ones he's sent out for his different battles, out from the protection of the fortress.
From one brilliant magical mind to another, would you care to share any of the information with me so that I can track some of them myself? If you want us to win, the more information we have, the better.
I will say it like this. The better you're able to see through illusions, the safer you'll be.
Noted.
understand to some true sight is a rare thing, but it is your best line of defense in finding these things. And killing them.
If you've got such a spell written down,
Indeed, I might.
might be able to borrow the knowledge in the interest of cooperation.
You'll see floating from over, like, one of his desks. You'll see a spell scroll come off the shelf and drop into your hand.
Guess detect magic and sort of look it over first before I unroll it or try to read it or anything.
This room is a void.
Oh,
That should, if you can learn it, give you the ability to see true for temporarily. It's not permanent, but if you have suspicions, it might be enough to confirm it. And it
excellent,
is
thank you.
Above game, a scroll of true seeing.
Cool. Farrah's gonna wait until they can take a look at it before opening it, just because they're not totally trusting that it's not trapped or something, but they will hold on to it.
Understandable. So, I believe with that, our work here is concluded, unless you have any more questions from the group. And if you'll excuse me, I have about another 30 seconds left. So you'll have to forgive me. Kind of cranks his neck. It was leaving the material plane, was it not?
Forever.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to live up
Don't
to
let us stop you.
I'm going to live up to my end of the bargain. Now you have to live up to yours. And at that point, as 30 seconds elapse, the tower will disappear, as well as the entire city of Bechgarde. And you are about 500 feet up in the air.
Fortunately, I prepared Featherfall today.
Wow. What a great decision.
Can I try to, like, as we're suspended in the air, can I, like, reach Emrys or Farzu? Like, can I
I
grab
mean, you
them by
guys
the
aren't
hand?
suspended in air. As soon as it happens, you start falling. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's not difficult to.
Like,
I'm gonna
but
just
like we
immediately
start.
wild shape.
All right, yeah. So we started close enough to each other. Could I
Yeah.
like reach out and take Farzu by the hand?
Yeah.
I'll do that in Dimension Door.
To
Like,
the ground. Okay.
Yeah, well, to like 5 feet off the ground, so we kind of it's still a it's still a hard fall, but we don't have 500 feet worth of acceleration
Yeah.
before we hit the ground. So it's sort of just like, you know, falling down the stairs.
Okay.
And I guess I will cast Featherfall on myself and Emrys.
Cool.
I mean, I'm an eagle.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just cast Featherfall on myself. Take my time.
Fly down and you see Fair. Just gently floating to the ground. An immediately scene from Guardians 2 comes to mind. Anyways.
So what's left behind here? Is there like a crater, or is it just like the natural land, like the city was never here, or
Some foundations and like the paved roads. Some of the paved road, not all of the paved road. The docks are still there.
okay.
Some of the dock are still there. Some of the boats, like one or two of the 8 boats are still there. You got about 85% of everything.
As we're falling, do we see Sarah?
Nope.
Okay.
You do not.
Do I see anything else particularly unusual? Well, unusual for this place, as I'm making my gradual descent.
No,
Like
all the people
ships on the horizon,
all the
or
people are gone too.
okay. No
Um,
mysterious clouds of smoke or anything anywhere.
no mysterious clouds of smoke on the horizon or anything.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. The rest of the island, besides the undead city, looks very pretty from up high, though.
Hmm.
Anywho's, it's as you all wait on Fair's arrival on the ground after 30 seconds. What would you all like to do?
Wizard is never late. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Ah. Well, I thought that was going to be a lot harder. I didn't
Yes.
think he'd ever agree to fucking off forever.
Well, we'll see if it really is forever. Or someone will see if it truly is forever. Not supposed
I
to tell
wonder,
anyone of his existence, but
I wonder which other planes he'll try to conquer first.
not our problem.
Not our circus, not our monkeys.
Not our undead monkeys. So, where to from here? Back to Ceres, back to Roguewater. I guess. Oh, never mind.
This is really funny to me. Anyways.
So where do you imagine we might find these devils in disguise?
Well, Vecna said pulling the strings in the battles. So
Perhaps we go to where the battles are.
north, where the other undead horde has been forming.
Yeah, that could be a good place to start too.
Or rejoin the navies by Strilling, though I'm not sure if you'd want to risk your pretty new ship.
I think probably by the time we got to Strilling, the fighting might be over, one way or the other.
Oh, if we go up to fight the undead hordes, I can perhaps recruit a few other crewmen to round out our contingent for the ship. I'm sure they won't miss a few soldiers.
Sounds like a good idea. Above game, where were the undead up north, like gathering?
They were at Dead Spire,
Mm-hmm.
and they were unsure if they were moving towards Exendale or Mirament.
Well, if Emrys, if you know of a tree, perhaps we go to Miramet and start making our way north.
Or outside of Merrimont.
Oh, that's true. Are we still like wanted in the city? I always forget.
Better safe than sorry, and I'd rather still not go back.
Well, maybe we just go back to Alder Point first. We can recuperate there a bit. See what's new with the druids. And then make our way north.
I really don't think it matters where we're banned anymore.
I would like to see Gareth at Crefted Goods again, if we can.
Hmm.
He's one person.
Wait,
He's one person we've met in our journey who certainly seems like he knows a lot more than he's letting on.
I mean, if you really want to go there, then we just show up as some clouds.
Yeah, I imagine between that and I can just naturally disguise myself.
I'm just a bird most of the time if I have to be, and I could actually make you all birds as well if you wanted to be. And invisible if we needed to.
I can go invisible if it's dark, so
I think it might be worth the risk. It is potentially new information. Not to mention, he's got plenty of ways to relieve us of all the gold weighing down our pockets.
So above game, you guys know a tree in Old Mirrament, which is close to the Citadel. You also know he also knows a tree an hour outside of the city. And Crafted Goods is outside of the city walls.
No, I think an hour outside the city makes sense. I don't think there's anything in the Citadel we are looking to do. Unless Fair wants to go to the library again.
Uh, well, they always want to go to the library, but they would much prefer to avoid any and all other drow as much as possible.
Makes sense.
Or at least not go out of their way to try and meet any of them.
All right.
I think like yeah, an hour outside of the city, see about Crafted Goods, head north, go
Cool.
to zombies.
Cool,
I
cool,
think
cool.
that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I went ahead and took the spell slot for transport via plants. By the way, right, so
Awesome. Yep, you guys can take the hour into the Leighton district and head into the front door of Crafted Goods.
Right. Before we do that,
Yeah.
before we transport, I'll use a charge from the Wand of Sending to tell the Dawn Queen, the threat seems to have passed. We'll be in touch if that changes.
Well, that is certainly good news. Appreciate you for getting back to me. I was worried we'd have to send the fleet.
Well, in the meantime, Bechgarde is completely gone. I don't know if there's something else you'd like to do with that land, but it's a long story, and I'm sure we'll tell you all about it someday.
I'm sure Ceres would love to claim it for their own again.
Yeah, I think Dietrich just blows right past the again part of that. He has no idea.
Yeah.
It's like, sure.
Okay. All right. You guys walk into the door. You travel. You walk into the door, and we'll pick up there from break. So I can see what he has in stock. Sounds like a plan. We'll be back in a few minutes, guys.
we're back.
Hey, we're back. Allow! You all walk into the familiar warmth of crafted goods, and there is the man himself in his bright red hair. Just a few grays in it. Purplish blue robes with a work apron, sitting at his glass desk.
I'm just gonna look up.
Hello.
Look at him real quick. Hey, I got something for you to look at.
He looks at Fair. Am I? Is this bad?
No,
it's a good
it's
thing.
good. It's.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just gonna hold out this staff to him and let him look at it.
Oh, it's real, isn't it? I thought that was
Yeah.
a myth. Interesting. Wow. Amazing craftsmanship. So, what brings you all into the shop?
Well, we seem to have a new quest.
Isn't that the way it always is? Aren't you always on the next thing?
It's one thing after your mother.
He is giving you
Anyway.
side eye.
um, anyway, we are hunting fiends.
Devils or demons?
Agents of the Nine Hells
Okay.
that may be walking about in plain clothes, disguised as regular people, I suppose.
Interesting.
Pulling strings to influence the way important events are happening and things like that. We think perhaps this oncoming zombie apocalypse up to the north may be a good place to start.
I have heard rumors about that.
What else have you heard?
Oh. Nothing too off, if we're being honest. Just a lot of, how should I put this? Hearsay?
We're all ears.
Dietrich, that's kind of racist.
I'm sorry. Some of us are more ears than others. Fuck it. All four of us have pretty big ears. I don't mind saying it.
Are you? Never mind. Mostly just conjecture, really. You know,
So nothing in particular has happened close to home then.
no. We still don't know where the army's headed from the rumors. Could be here. Could be Exendale, although they're pretty neutral so far. So I doubt someone would try to get them involved in the conflict. Same with Ashton, but there's been shenanigans over there.
What sorts of shenanigans?
Natural disaster type of shenanigans. Earthquakes.
That sounds like a promising lead.
Earthquakes, lightning storms. Oh, or you need a lead. Anything in particular?
Oh, I'm just. Where can we find a secret devil who's influencing events? I think unusual
Probably
number of
be.
natural disasters is worth looking into. So is a zombie horde.
I mean,
So are big important battles.
I hate to say this.
I mean,
Have you thought about looking among your allies?
present company excluded, I assume.
Yes. This is unfortunately my true form.
Oh,
So.
don't worry about that. It's not your fault you're a ginger.
I set them up and you knocked them down. So you came seeking something to see through forms? Is that why you're here?
I think we mostly just need some guidance on where we might find some good forms to see through.
Wherever there's trouble. Wherever Stormpoint has their eyes on next. They probably sow chaos before the storm arrives. I thought of that myself. I hope it was
Oh, yes, make it double.
clever. But any direct leads I wouldn't have, unfortunately. I haven't seen any devils try and come into my shop.
That you know of.
Oh, I would know. Anybody here can change shape? Disguise self? Alter self? Anybody got anything cooking?
I mean, yeah, I can disguise myself,
Okay.
but I'm already about as fiendish as I want to be.
Oh, I was going to show you the security in my store. Yeah, unfortunately, not much solid information. People speaking more in hushed tones these days, for better or worse.
Even for Drow.
Oh, even for Drow.
Hmm. Have there been any large groups of them returning from elsewhere?
Oh, underneath the city? Absolutely.
Yeah.
None of the people that went from the surface down to fight for them, I've heard, have come back.
Hmm.
Probably too afraid to show their faces.
Oh. So there's a whole contingent who's just not planning to come back.
Right.
Or they're dead.
I mean, they did fail Wolf.
Well, might be interesting to go investigate down there after all if we decide we have some time.
Well, what, Gareth, what do you think about this oncoming undead horde? Worth checking out.
The way
Something that
I see it, Wolf is one of the traitor gods who failed another traitor god. It would not be above the other ones to send some sort of reckoning. So one, I think they're headed here, not Exendale. And two, I think it would behoove you to investigate.
And after that,
Because chances are it's
It
one of the
sound-
dead three.
it sounds like our job is to go to places where bad things are about to happen.
Slowly pick off his lieutenants who are sowing seeds of chaos, throw them off balance, and then kill them.
Where bad things are about to happen.
Yep.
That sounds difficult.
Doesn't sound easy, does it?
Well, you do have a diviner in your midst.
That is the problem of not having omnipotence, isn't it?
Very frustrating. But sometimes trying to untangle the mystery is fun all in of itself.
Yes. True.
Also, what would Fair know about the Dead 3 Miracle Ball and
What's the third one?
don't tell me,
Do you want a BG3 hint?
it's like anyway, you can tell me it's on the tip of
It's the one Gortash serves.
Yeah, I can't.
It's Bane.
Right,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
That's Ball, Bane, and
I was like, it
Merkel.
starts with B, but it's not Ball. We got that one already.
It's Ball, Bane, and Merkel.
Merkel, yeah.
Yeah,
what would Fair know about them?
The previous god of death willingly let 3 mortals usurp him. And they died in order to be ascended, so they are undead gods. It's a pretty, at least among like well-read people that are interested in divinity, it's a pretty well-read story.
Was it Kalimvor, the previous god of death?
Jurgle.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then because they actually didn't serve the realm of death, it allowed for the ascension of the Raven. And in terms of timeline order, then Kalimvor ascended to be the new god of the dead who sent them to the realm of death. Yeah. Isn't divinity lore fun? Anyways.
Yeah, I've just been playing games with Roman gods. The family tree looks like a pot of spaghetti.
Yeah.
Family tree, it's a family thicket.
Oh my god. Anyways.
I guess while we're here, have you gotten any interesting merchandise in recently?
I always have interesting merchandise in. Where would you all like to start? Potions, scrolls, items?
What all scrolls have you got in?
Right now, He has a scroll of Conjure Fey. That will ever load. Scroll of Conjure Volley. Scroll of Immolation. Scroll of Dimension Door. And Scroll of Hallucinatory Train. I think that's it. Let me scroll back down.
I will check through those and see if there's anything I want.
I'm making sure I didn't miss one. He also has a spell scroll of Force Cage, or I believe you already know that spell.
Also, I guess, would he have any interest in buying some scrolls?
It depends what you have, because certainly I always need more. Can't make them all myself. I'm just one person.
Remove curse. Or locate creature. Or counterspell.
Counterspell scrolls are very limited in their applications. Above game, what are the levels of the other two?
I think remove curse is 3rd level.
Okay.
And locate creature, I think, is 2nd level.
Locate object is 2nd level. I think
locate creatures.
Creature might be 4th. But I think object is usually better anyway.
Oh yeah, creature is 4th.
Because object, if you know like an item or something
Yeah.
that the creature is holding or wearing,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It
it's lower level.
works just as well.
Yeah.
And then you can also do stuff like show me the nearest door
Mm-hmm.
to me, and then just walk around the room until it pings on a secret door. Which I've done before at this table, and it's super fun.
It's disgusting. I love it. How many of each?
I have 1 locate creature. I'm willing to sell 2 each of counterspell and remove curse.
So, a lot of wizards learn counterspell. So I can't really sell a lot of those. Remove curse I am interested in. I'll buy them for 120 gold apiece. Locate creature, the best I could do would be 300.
Alright, sorry, what was that? Locate creature.
300.
And the remove curse.
120 each for both.
Okay. Alright, well, I'll think about it. We'll see if there's anything else we'd like to buy.
Yes, of course.
Round out the deal.
Yeah. Understandable. Are you interested in potions or items, maybe?
Never hurts to see what you have.
That is true. I do have an array of healing potions. In terms of things you might be interested in to solve your problem, I do have a couple potions of clairvoyance available.
Oh, how much for those?
500 gold apiece.
Alright.
And those
Do
are
you have
just
any objects like that?
I have any what like that?
Items that
Oh.
will allow us to see.
I mean, there's gems of true seeing, which are eyepieces. I don't really have anything that can allow you to scry on someone.
And the potions of clairvoyance are just the clairvoyance spell,
Mm-hmm.
essentially.
Yep.
I'm just looking that up really quick.
Oh.
Clairvoyance lasts 10 minutes. You create an invisible sensor within a mile in a location familiar to you, like a place you've visited or seen before, or in an obvious location that's unfamiliar to you, like behind that door or around that corner or
Yeah.
whatever. And the sensor stays where it is for the duration. It's invisible. You choose seeing or hearing, and you get that chosen sense. So you can see what the sensor sees or hear what it hears. And you can't move it. And it lasts 10
Yeah,
minutes.
I believe you can use an action to switch between seeing and hearing too.
You can do that, but it's just one or the other at any
He-
given time.
When he's going through the potions counter and pulling a couple of the different potions that he has up, he has different resistance ones and such as well. Oh, I did have this scroll that just came in. I totally forgot about it. Might be a little bit out of your price range though right now. And hold on to it if you want. And it is, unlike most scrolls that come in like the brown container, this one is like charcoal black. And the paper he pulls out is also the same color, and the writing on it is white.
Oh, like 90s gel pens?
Yeah. Like 90s gel pens.
What is that spell? Roll.
It casts color spray, and it's like Lisa Frank
Exactly. No.
leopard print.
This is one of the most dangerous spells in existence.
Bear's like, I'm listening.
You know about the
Yes, go
power.
on.
You know power word.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. This
Hmm.
does exactly what you think it does.
Which power word was it?
Kill.
And how much is that?
I'll let it
Just-
go since you guys are such good customers. I'll give you like 20, 25, 30% off. I'll let it go for 35,000. I had somebody in here earlier today who was looking for it. I think for what I paid for it, I think to make money back, I'd have to sell it for 50,000. So that's a very good deal.
Agreed. Well,
But you're willing to sell it to us for
35, yes.
35.
Yeah.
Well, I have 13.
Sorry, I could not hear you, dude.
Well,
He
I
said
have
he has
14,000.
Oh, he has 14. Oh.
So in game, Dietrich has no opinion on this, nor does he have money. Above game, it's an incredibly overrated spell that
It
we should
is.
not be wasting money on.
Yeah.
100% in
True,
agreement.
but
'Cause it's-
in game,
In
Fair
game,
loves
no,
the idea
in-game
of
fare
it.
is like in-game fare is like ooh shiny.
Like, yeah, I'm just saying, above game, it's a 9th level spell. You
Yeah.
point at the enemy, and if they have less than like 200 hit points, I think it is,
100.
they die.
100.
Is it 100? If they have less than 100 hit points, they die. The problem is, it's a
That's
9th
not very
level
strong.
spell, and if they have less than 100 hit points, you can probably just kill them
Yeah.
with like damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a horrible
You've
spell.
probably already damaged them quite a bit if they're under 100.
It is to
Like-
me, power word kill is the definition of a DM spell.
Yeah. It's for like,
It's to come out of nowhere and scare the shit out of a party.
yeah, like you have the big bad just insta kill their favorite NPC, and then you made an enemy for life.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's for.
Yeah. But it's hard not to be like, ooh, shiny, here, waste money on this.
Sure, no, in game if you want, go for it. Dietrich cannot help. But
In
Yeah.
game, I'm hanging on to my 8,800 gold.
yeah,
Fair's got other stuff they want to buy too, but definitely making a note that that's there.
Yeah.
I think we might be very interested in who does end up buying it. Because it'll be somebody who's incredibly powerful and incredibly rich. And possibly incredibly evil.
Or
And
at
I
least
understand that
aspiring to be.
in this town, that doesn't narrow it down a whole lot, but
Nope.
still of interest.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let's see something. Never mind.
How much does he want for the 5th level spells, Immolation and Conjure Volley? And also looking at Dimension Door.
Yeah, give me 1 second to get back to him. 1,800 gold for the 2 5th levels. The 4th level is 500.
Okay.
Anyways, what are you all looking for anything else in particular, or just kind of browsing?
I'm afraid I'm a little short on cash at the moment, but we'd be happy to look at any healing potions you have.
Oh, sure. And he'll pull like a crate up, kind of like an organized box, and I pull that out of the cabinet. There you go. I currently have, he has 7 regulars in stock. He has 7 graders in stock. He has 4 superiors and 1 supreme.
And what are the price points on those?
Let me pull that up because I have it on a different sheet than the rest of the store. The superiors are 500. The supremes are 5,000. The graders are 100. Also, I said clairvoyance wrong before. I think I said 500. It is actually 400 gold.
Right. I will do a potion of clairvoyance and a potion of raider healing
Okay.
for a total of 500.
Yep.
And I think that's all I want to buy for now.
Sounds good. What about the rest of you?
Oh, yo, there's a spyglass of clairvoyance,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
It's just a common item that doesn't do anything useful, but that sounds vibes.
Part of your like pirate kit.
Yeah. Can he just have one of those that he can sell for $20 or something?
Yeah. Does it actually do anything?
I'm spyglass of clairvoyance. Oh no, it's a rank item from Acquisitions Incorporated.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Even yeah, just a mundane regular spyglass costs 1,000 gold. So never mind. Some other time.
Broke boy.
Broke boy with a ship. Won't be long.
True. Gotta pillage some ships on the high seas.
Broke boy with a ship that has a crew that does not need to eat, sleep, breathe,
or be paid.
or be paid or
The
anything.
last one's the most important one. Let's be real for D-Trade.
All right. So if I get 2 greater healing potions,
That's 200.
plus 2 potions of clairvoyance,
Yeah.
that's 1,000 plus all 3 of the spell scrolls.
Okay.
That's 5,100.
Yeah, sounds right.
Okay, and then he'll buy the 3 scrolls for me for 540.
Yes.
So would he do the trade my 2 scrolls for those items and then for 4,500 gold?
Just because you're my favorite customers, yes.
Oh, well, I'll remember it. Thank you.
Sorry, I don't have a whole lot of interesting other stuff right now. It's been slow.
Yeah, the fair's spell of locate or scroll of locate creatures, the 8 of Pentacles,
Okay.
and the 2 remove curse scrolls are both temperance.
I might have an easier time selling these than actual scrolls.
Oh, I like that they're still nice even after you've spent the magic from them.
Indeed. So. Any other things you need guidance on? Need a push in the right direction? I get the feeling you came here for more than light conversation about where to find devils.
You know quite a bit about history, don't you?
Indeed.
You ever come across any writings about a very ancient archmage named Vecna?
He wasn't called that when I read about him, but yes.
What was he called?
I forgot his name at this point. But you knew it was the same person. Former Archmage of Bechgarde. disgraced, sent away. Came back to the material plane as a lich. Caused a bunch of chaos. Fought some, interestingly enough, good causes. Disappeared again.
So if a lich changes to a different name than they had in life when they achieve their lichdom, which one of the names is their dead name?
The one they had in life, ironically enough.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I had to.
Oh,
Listen, it's a good joke.
if I could give out points.
Absolutely take a point for that one, by the way. That was amazing.
Thank
That's
you.
so good. Oh my god, I'm dead.
So is the lich.
I'm a deceased.
So are liches.
I'm a
So
deceased
are
person.
liches. So are liches.
Oh, shit happens.
Yep.
Liches get stitches.
Oh man.
No, they end up in ditches.
Burn through the witches and back. Anyway. I'll now be exclusively listening to Rob Zombie after session.
You do you.
Anyways. That's all I knew about him. Why? Is he resurfaced? Come across your path?
No.
Oh.
Just a name we ran across.
Interesting. It's a interesting name to come across in such times. Really.
Well, I seem to have a knack for finding interesting names coming up. It was sort of how I got involved in all this. Rock with a name etched on it. So perhaps I
Yeah.
have a talent for such a thing.
It's possible. I don't think it came up without a reason. Something has to be going on.
Nothing in particular. But I will say, if you're a traveling man and you happen to find your way down near Bechgarde, you might find some pleasant unclaimed real estate if you ever want to build a summer house or something.
But sadly, few customers.
If you build it, they will come.
That's the spirit. The next time we sail down that way, it's just a giant baseball field.
The entire thing is now just a fantasy Costco.
Yeah.
One giant fantasy
No.
Costco on the side of Bechgarde.
No, and just like a baseball field in the woods
Yeah,
for no
exactly.
reason.
Exactly.
Game.
Exactly.
Ghosts. Oh. What time of day is it now? I guess he has this. He has the weird, like, timey-wimey stuff in
Yeah.
his shop, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So
it's
what
like
time did we enter the shop?
just after noon.
Okay.
It's like every hour in
Oh.
the shop is like 10 minutes in the real world.
Well, shall we head north?
Works for me.
Good luck and Godspeed. I imagine God's speed. I imagine you'll need it. Any particular plan of attack, or just gonna kind of wing it?
I think we need to see what's there first. You said there were only rumors.
Yes.
See if it's even worth our effort.
It's true. Tis true. Well, have fun.
Is there like a road out to the north towards, in the general direction at least, of Dreadspire? Or is there nothing else further north that's interesting enough to have a road to it?
Let me look at the map. I opened the wrong tab. Yeah, I mean, you guys can go back up through Dolan and then veer off the road at Draxel before Draxel. Or
Okay.
what's
I
left
thought
of
that
Draxel.
was. I thought that was Underdark wise.
No, it
What?
goes through the mountain, but it's not actually part of the Underdark.
Oh, okay.
Dolan
Been a
is
minute.
inside the mountain, but it doesn't actually go into the Underdark. It feels Underdark adjacent, but
Wasn't Dolan where
The Rakshasa was.
we were pretty sure it was the Rakshasa?
yeah.
Speaking of devils taking on other forms, shall we? I doubt he's still there. How long ago was that? It was like in game. It was probably at least like 2 months or something.
Yeah.
Shall we pass through Dolan and see what our friend is up to? Perhaps meet him on more equal terms now.
Yeah, perhaps if he is one of the agents of you know who, it could be good to knock that out on the way.
And it is a devil that likes to hide its form. Could get some practice with my new spell.
Emrys, Farzu, what do you think?
Why not?
I guess.
Yeah, let's head to Dolan then.
Cool.
Wind walking or foot walking?
Walking, foot walking. What's the plan?
Buy more horses to get emotionally attached to and then have to leave them somewhere?
Oh,
They're
we're
with
walking.
They're with Emrys's parents. They're not that.
We're walking because I don't have that spell prepared today because, Vecna don't want people dying.
Well, that's fine. Stretch the legs a little bit after we did just spend quite a while at sea.
Yeah, and going up into the mountains, I'm not sure horses would make that journey any faster anyway.
That's true.
Okay.
let's see, and we just stayed outside of Merriment the whole time.
Yes.
What does the traffic on the road look like right now? Like going into the city and stuff, just staying outside, keeping a distance.
It's a little bit heavier than normal, but not too much.
Okay. Just busy in general, or more coming, or more going?
More coming.
Okay. How long do we think it would take to get to Dolan on foot?
You guys would arrive at like noon tomorrow.
Okay. I think that sounds fine if we do end up tangling with the demon in Dolan. Then we'll be pretty freshly rested, right? If we rest on the road.
That sounds fine, yeah. And then if we're able to take care of business in Dolan fairly quickly, perhaps we could then windwalk up to Deadspire.
Yeah, we could do that.
You guys spend the rest of the day trekking on foot up into the foothills outside of Dolan.
Farzu's not walking.
What is Farzu doing?
He's riding his broom.
That's right.
Oh, I'm gonna wild shape and fly.
So much better than walk. Anyways.
To keep an eye on things. We're being followed and stuff like that.
Yeah. I will say as you guys approach to the foothills, if you remember this, you do approach and see, now damaged a little bit by the weather in a few weeks of time, the same petrified caravan.
Oh, remember that?
Oh, yeah. Well, I imagine there's almost definitely nothing worth taking left.
I'd imagine not.
Yeah. Rip Nibbles the Fifth.
I think that
Far as
was the
you-
fight where we started numbering them.
Yeah, it was, because we realized that was the fifth time he died.
More nibbles.
Poor Nibbles, man.
What are we up to now? Is it still Nibbles the Ninth?
Yes, it's still Nibbles the Ninth.
Okay.
I gotten good.
We haven't seen nibbles.
He's still
In a
locked.
long
Yeah, he
time.
might be dead in the backpack. You don't know.
Huh. That's cruel.
He's.
Oh, shit, you
Have
put him in the
been
bag of
eating
holding.
nibbles?
Yeah,
Oh, he's
Familiars-
so dead in the bag of holding.
no.
I know, I was
familiars-
just joking.
Familiars
Don't
don't
need to
need to breathe. They can hang out in bags of holding.
Oh, okay. Good to know. I was
They're
joking
not-
anyway.
Yeah.
As we do get closer to Draxel, Farzu does seem to get a little.
Well, that's about as far as you guys get for the day. Was the foothills
Yeah.
and the camp.
Yeah,
and the petrified
not
camp.
quite. Not
But-
quite to Dolan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Farzu's still not happy going that way. But goes that way anyway.
Okay.
And then I guess once we settle down to camp for the night, I will spend less than an hour to copy 20 levels of spells into my spell book,
Show off.
because I can do that.
And this is why scribes with wizards are broken.
That's
How
nutty.
many can you have prepared?
I don't know.
20 right now.
And you're level what, wizard?
15, I think.
15.
Before we go to sleep, so I think, are we all eating a ration for today? Because we hadn't eaten.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna mark that off. There they are. And before we go to sleep, I will use the amulet, and I'm just gonna ask Willie, what do you know about Rakshasas?
I mean, they're servants to the nine hells. Like most devils, they have some form of magical immunity. And they can curse people really badly.
All right, did we learn in game or know in game last time that like if you kill them, the only way you can kill them for good is to kill them in the nine hells.
You
Otherwise,
did
they
research
reincarnate
on
and come
that
after.
after the fact in Mirrorman. Yeah.
Right, okay. So we do know that part.
Yeah, and if you don't kill them in the nine hells, they will be reborn and come after you.
Yeah, or like your kids and your descendants and.
Yeah.
So what's our plan here? Like, do we know how long does it take them to be reborn after we kill them? Is it like a year?
It is. Depending on the source, its body can reform between 3 months or several years, depending on how badly it was killed. And it can take even more time for it to be able to return to the material plane.
All right.
So we would have to brutally kill it.
No, you have to literally kill it in the nine hells.
Oh, I think
Otherwise,
he's saying the more we fuck it up when we kill it, the longer it'll take to put itself back together again.
Yeah, like it's
Maybe.
basically how much overkill you do on the killing blow.
Well,
Well, I know we have moral qualms and mechanical issues with our characters that prevent us from doing these things.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
It'd be a
no,
really rough moral decision to do.
yeah. Dietrich
Morals.
really doesn't know much about overkill. It
Nothing.
hasn't really ever come up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll for Wand of Sending.
Mm-hmm.
2, so up to full again.
Yeah, also I think the other thing you learned that doesn't apply to this party is it has damage vulnerability to attacks made from creatures with good alignment.
That rules me out.
It rules the entire party out.
All of
We
us,
discovered that last time.
That's okay.
Wait, what?
Chaotic neutral. Neutral? True neutral? Chaotic neutral? I forgot what Dietrich is.
I'm chaotic neutral.
Chaotic neutral. True neutral. Lawful evil?
Maybe.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing on that. I don't actually remember.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah. So like, oh yeah, like Embers or Fars, you could do extra damage to it. And then it's like, no, I'm chaotic neutral. No, I'm neutral. And it was like, oh.
Neutral.
That's funny.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, no, we can definitely take it. It's just a matter like how long is it going to be before it comes back to bother us again? Sounds like well after campaign end,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah.
All my family's dead, so
Okay. Anybody else have anything they want to do during the evening?
Guess I could scribe another scroll.
You could.
Since I've got all this time.
Time.
Where'd it go? I don't know. Do I have? Yeah, I have 4 hours
You do, because you're an elf.
because I'm an elf. So I will scribe another remove curse. Just since we're thinking about Rakshasa.
Smart.
hmm
Smart.
Smart.
Huh.
Been a while since we took this Rakshasa.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've run one, yeah. Also, you guys are about to revisit the site, I believe, of the first 100 channel point redemption of this campaign.
Yes.
Yes.
Nomer Simpson
Homer Simpson is the bartender
at the
Yes.
Merry Shack.
at the Mary Shack, yeah. And he serves that berry smoothie drink that you guys liked so much. Blairy. Anyways, you guys can hit your long rest buttons. Change out any spells if you need to.
Okay.
But I get we lose the extra hit points from the Hero's
You
Feast.
do.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I just need 4 hours above game to decide what spells I'm preparing.
Cool.
4 hours above game.
Can somebody roll a d20? Who's not preparing spells, roll a d20 for
Sure.
weather today? I think that's
You got it?
Dietrich.
Well, everyone is preparing spells except me.
Yeah.
Guess how many
I'm not
spells I
right.
have in my spell book now.
69.
Close.
Damn it.
more than me.
I rolled a 12.
You rolled a 12. Okay. Okay. As you'll wake up in the morning, there is a south to north wind, bringing with it hot air on strong winds with just the lightest hint of cooling rain. As you all prepare to head up the mountains.
This was very poetic, Rai.
Thank you. I try sometimes.
When you're lying in bed?
Yeah.
Just to get it all out.
What's in my head? Yeah. What's going
Yeah.
on?
Mm.
Hey,
Feeling a little peculiar.
I said it. What's
And I'm going to listen to Four Non Blondes all night after this.
I'm just going to listen to the meme video that they did that I grew up with. That's how I knew about that song, was the He-Man video.
Are you
not
serious?
not the
You're making me feel
not the
so
actual
old right
original. Not the actual original.
remember-
My first introduction was
I
the
remember-
He-Man parody.
Yeah, no, I remember hearing
Suck,
that song on the
Twitch,
radio when I was a kid.
Wow. Yeah, I think I was just a little bit too young to hear it on the radio.
I've listened to that song before.
Yeah, I mean,
the
I
first-
heard it on the radio when I was like 5, so you would have been
the
too young.
first memories of really, like, besides like being in the car with my mom listening to the radio and like hearing popular music, which was like the first Foo Fighters album and like Blood Sex Sugar Magic by Red Hot Chili Peppers on like DC 101. was at like Cub Scout camp at like 7 or 8 years old, and it was "Hey Jealousy" by the Gin Blossoms, and that song "Stay Tonight" were like played every 20 minutes.
You're making me feel archaic right now.
I might have been 9 just to make
Like,
it a
oh,
little
yeah,
bit better.
sure. But it's like all the stuff I listened to in like early high school was like
Yeah.
your childhood.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
Ugh.
Yeah. I was as crazy as it sounds, I was looking at Fathom events because they have their full 2024 calendar out now. Spirited Away turns 20 this year.
Mm-hmm.
That made me feel old.
Oh yeah, no. My 20th high school reunion is this summer.
Yeah.
I am not going.
Probably a good call.
I'll never go
Um,
to mine.
I did not get invited to my 10-year. I have no plans on going to any other ones.
It probably wasn't that you weren't invited. It might have just been that nobody planned one because
Oh, there was.
that's
I
what
saw
happened with
photos. Because
damn.
it's ironic. I'm actually the I'm not gonna say the high school, but for the 2009 class for accepting people on the Facebook alumni page, I am the moderator.
Oh jeez.
But yeah, Fathom Events, the other thing that I have already bought tickets for to see it both nights, because I'm insane, is the 45th anniversary of the Muppet movie. Anyways, everybody done
Yeah.
prepping spells? Anyway. I'm gonna zoom out because this map is...
All right, I'm ready.
Anyways.
Yeah, ready.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, Fair, me and you have that fun of going through spell lists.
Oh, that's right, because the druid
That-
is just like all of them are possible, and I have 63 spells in my spell list now. In my spell
Really?
book.
Yeah,
I don't know if
Farzu's
it's
doing
one
the
I
same
used
thing.
before. It's not.
Or at least Farzu should be doing the same thing. If he's not, that's his business. But
Every day I go through and find spell list.
I only have 30.
Okay, it's not as
Okay.
bad. I'll use that.
Yeah, the amount of known spells that for druid is dumb.
yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it's for all of you, it's your level plus your like spellcasting modifier. Right? So it's like
No,
22
no. I mean the
for
amount of
Ambush right now?
choices I have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the choices, because he just gets the whole list.
You get
that
the
he can
whole
pick from.
list.
Yeah.
And I'm working on it.
Yeah. But even with 30, it's like I think level 13 with a 20 intelligence, you've only got 18 slots.
17.
Oh, do you only have a +4?
Well, I have a +5.
Or no,
but
you're
I
only
have-
oh, you're wizard 12, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Just
What do you
17.
call a cave monk with an aptitude to cooking? A deep fryer.
I don't.
Thank you, chat. I appreciate you.
That seems like a certain person's.
No.
They
That
also
wasn't bad.
ninja smoked out.
Well, I
That
mean, you
was
know,
bad.
Thomas Aquinas was the original deep fat fryer.
No. Too much sense. God damn it, I hate that joke. Why? Why? Anyways.
I like that joke a lot.
Probably about an hour and a half in, you guys enter the tunnel into the mountains. That is familiar to you before making your way through the first of the 2 mountain passes, going through the second area on the cliffside, of which you now know was a dragon lair, before entering the second mountain pass and around lunchtime, making it to the town of Dolan.
how do things look here?
Pretty normal.
Normal
Pretty normal.
business as usual.
Business as usual. Pretty normal. The mayor.
Kind of miniature.
Yeah, kind of miniature. It's all. It's
To most
all,
of us.
Yeah, it's all Farzu sized here.
Mm-hmm.
The mayor Rasserin will come out and greet you all. So I didn't expect to see you all again.
Farzu will give the proper greeting.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Hi. What do we owe the pleasure?
Dietrich will just kind of waft the fart smell away from his face and say, "Oh, I will never get used to that greeting."
Anyways,
I'm sorry.
Anyways, what brings you to our little town in the mountain again?
We were actually looking for your mage, Mr. Bobble Wabble,
Oh, Mr.
as I
Bobble Wobble.
recall.
He is
Yeah, is
currently
he around?
on sabbatical.
Oh, whereabouts?
He didn't really say.
Curious.
Yeah, he is a strange one. Yeah, I think he went north after the explosion in Draxel to see what all that was about. Like a couple weeks ago. And has not come back yet. But then again, he took a few days worth of supplies and everything with him, so.
There was an explosion in Draxel a few days ago.
Like a few weeks ago, like a month and a half.
Few weeks.
That was us.
At this point.
Yeah, Lister Farzu. That was us. Remember? We exploded your whole town.
Yeah.
Shocking. Who would have guessed an explosion?
I guess to be fair, he's died at least twice since then, I think.
Yeah, but it doesn't affect.
We want them to know that we did that, though.
He doesn't hear you. You can whisper quietly enough. You can do like the ear thing.
Oh yeah, no. Farzu is fully aware of that. It's
Okay.
a play.
Oh, he's just like playing dumb.
Anyway,
Yes.
Yeah. He has besides his little experiment cave. He does have a laboratory.
Could we make an odd request?
Potentially, yeah.
Would you mind if we checked it out? I understand that might be a little questionable with him not around, but it is important.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah. Right this way. And he'll lead you down like a side street, and there is like a double stone door that has like a metal lock that's kind of been mold earthed into it to hold it shut. I have a key here somewhere. I'll look through like 5 keys and finally do the right one.
Oh, he gave you a key.
Yes.
Why?
Mayor, I have a key to everything here.
Is that how mayors work in this town?
Yeah.
That seems problematic.
We are only supposed to use them in emergencies, and seeing as you guys helped us out last time with the dragon, you guys needing to search his place seems like an emergency.
Don't get me wrong, I appreciate your help.
I mean, most people don't have doors that lock here. This is a safe town.
Moving right along.
Well, do other places not work like this?
No.
Oh.
Most people...
No, we all lock our doors.
That sounds terrible.
I'm from Mirament.
Oh, okay.
Even if you choose not to lock them, it's weird to just for the mayor to just have access
Well, it's a
to everybody's
laboratory. It's not a
private.
house.
Okay.
Dietrich, you know the shocking thing about this? I'm from Grove Rest. It's so small that we know everyone and we still lock our doors.
But even if you
I'm not
didn't,
understanding why.
but even if you didn't, would the mayor just have a key to everybody's private house?
No, because I assume that's probably gonna be me soon, and why would I want to keep?
In case there's an
Any
emergency. Anyways.
While we're walking there,
Yeah.
can Faird sort of try to discreetly lag behind enough that they can get a chance to cast the True Seeing?
Okay.
And just cast that lasts an hour, so.
Yeah. Okay.
While you all are loudly discussing locks, they'll try and use that for cover to cast the spell.
Yeah.
Now I'm hungry for locks. Bagels.
Bagels and locks. Anyways, know what I'm buying at Wegmans tomorrow? Anywho, yeah, easy enough to do.
Go to Wegmans and use your dexterity proficiency to pick locks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. It's a fairly sizable room as you all enter into it. We will ignore that room. It basically starts at the stairs. That's the closest map I could find to what I had before, because I can't find the other one.
But I guess as we come in, I will also cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
So he did call it a laboratory, and good mages don't have laboratories. They have laboratories.
I think it was just a voice I was doing. Can't say laboratory very well in this voice. Yeah, if you don't mind me waiting here for you guys to lock, so I can lock up after you. I don't have anything else going on. I can wait here. But go
It
nuts.
shouldn't be too long.
Go nuts.
Does he look any different?
Nope.
All right. Yeah, just say wait outside. Hopefully we won't be too long.
Oh.
He's not the devil, just a weird mayor with no boundaries.
Yeah. He will stand, like, even though you said stay outside, he's standing like inside the door, but like just inside the door.
So like
A very
curious, but
creepy man.
absolutely gonna run screaming the second anything happens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so. Detect magic. There are a couple scrolls on one of the tables. There's a couple potions on another one. In terms of magic items.
Okay, I'll leave those alone for right now. And the true sight is out to 120 feet.
Yeah. There appear to be no hidden things in this room.
Okay.
Take a look at some of the various like scrolls and books and
Yeah.
whatnot. What does it seem like he was researching?
Yeah. Okay. A lot of his research is on golems, like constructs, and the magical and anti-magical properties of mithril. Also, we're currently getting another pun in chat.
Yep.
Saw that coming.
Well done.
Well done. 10 out of 10. No points though. In addition to that, make an investigation check. Anybody who's looking at his research or his bookcases in this room.
I'll give myself guidance.
Okay.
I'm definitely looking through his stuff.
Okay. Make an investigation check then.
Passive
Uh,
26.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
I rolled very poorly. Passive 15.
Okay.
19.
19.
Mm-hmm.
Emerus. I don't know I don't know if you have good investigation or not, so I'm just assume you do. Not. You're
No, I don't, but I
you're
rolled a
whiskey
19 for a dirty 20.
Nice.
Sorry, something popped up on my newsfeed about the Rangers Devils game today.
I saw.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
I just saw that.
Did you
That was
see
nuts.
this, Katie?
Opening
No.
draw brawl. 5-on-5.
Yeah.
Right?
Like
Oh,
opening
nice.
face off, they all started fighting each other. All 10 players got 5-minute majors.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I think 4 of
What
them
sport?
got 2 on each team got 10-minute misconduct.
Misconduct.
Then ejected, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not even ejected, just 10
You
minutes.
know, for an
Yeah.
organization that
No, it
has
was
put out
5 fights and
multiple-
8 ejections.
Oh yeah.
But for an organization,
Ejections or penalties?
Yeah.
ejections.
8 ejections.
Yeah.
Start dropping
Basketball?
gloves at the start is an automatic 10-minute game misconduct and an ejection now.
Mm.
You know, for an organization that cares so much about like Tom Wilson, quote unquote, playing dirty, you know, I find it really funny that the last 4 opening line brawls have all been started by the New York Rangers.
I think if you want to say Tom Wilson is not the only dirty player in the league,
Yeah.
that's 100% correct.
Yeah.
If you want to say Tom Wilson is not dirty, you sound like a fool
Yeah.
on behalf of
But if
fans
you
of
want to
the
like
other
put out like an
30 odd
organization
teams.
that says, if you want to put out a statement as an organization that said that he should be permanently banned from hockey and then go and sign Ryan Reeves in the offseason, like, what are you doing?
Oh no, the Rangers are a joke of an organization.
Yeah,
We all know this.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
I'm not saying
That's what I'm trying to
Sorry
say. I'm
to
not
say
trying to
no.
say anything about
Spiraling.
Tom Wilson. I think Tom Wilson is a goon, and I think he is extremely overpaid, and the Capitals should have never re-signed him because he's not a good player.
good. Yeah,
I've
I just-
literally hated him since they drafted him.
just every time he gets in a fight, my Twitter feed is littered with Caps fans defending him and saying he's not a dirty player. And it's like, no, he's an objectively dirty player. Other people are too.
Yeah,
He's not the only one.
yeah.
It's a problem league wide.
Yeah.
But like you're
Some of the
making yourself
I will say though, some
look
of
like
the
an idiot.
suspensions
Like-
were ridiculous.
nah.
Like some of the open ice stuff that he got suspended like 9 games for, I'm like, that happens 3 times a game and nobody gets suspended. He's getting 4-minute misconducts and getting ejected because he's Tom Wilson. Like, what are we doing? Like, but that's a problem with the league as a whole anyway, which is a whole other thing I get into Toronto too. Anyway,
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
19 for a dirty 20.
19 for a dirty 20. Okay. While not magical, looking through his bookcases, in one of the books you notice, Fair, there is a solid black metal chime.
Chime, you said? Like
Mhm.
a bell kind of thing?
Like a nail tuning fork shaped thing.
Okay. And it's not magical?
Yeah, it is not inherently magical.
Okay. Is it
am I
like
getting oh go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, is it like this is made of a metal that happens to be dark, or is it like the Scroll of Power Word Kill, where it's like someone was going out of their way to be like emo and ominous with this?
Yeah, somebody's going out of their way to have it be this color.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
This
was-
is not.
I was-
This is not. Make an Arcana check now that you have it in your hand. Actually, yeah, Arcana I think would still probably fit this.
okay.
I was just gonna ask, am I getting Hocus Pocus Black Flame Candle vibes from this? Like, if we ring the chime, will somebody show up?
No.
That's what I kind of suspect.
No.
And I could roll this with advantage for magical lore.
Yeah.
All right. It's a 19 on the die
So it's like
for
what, a 30?
a
At this
dirty
point.
30.
Yeah, there it is. I also like how we just all called it dirty 30s, even though we can't roll anyway.
You got it.
You got to.
Yeah.
It's
right.
You roll a
amazing. It's a
30.
great line to hit. This is iron. This is made of iron, and the reason it is black is it is made of iron, but not iron from the material plane.
Interesting.
This iron is found in one place and one place only, and that is Avernus.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the 9 hells.
The first layer of the 9 hells. Also somebody who is well read about magic and of the nature. I don't think it's a reach to say that Fair knows that that is also the only layer you can teleport into.
So this is a
Unless
above
you
game.
are-
This is a tuning fork for
Yeah.
the
Yep.
plane shift
Yep.
spell.
Mm,
Yeah,
So that's probably where he is.
potentially, yeah.
Good to know.
And the only people who can teleport in, supposedly, based off of book sources, the only people who can teleport in and out of the other layers are the lord of that layer and then Asmodeus himself.
Oh, so he's the Lord of Avernus.
No, you can teleport in and out of the first layer. Like, anybody can plane shift.
Oh, okay. But the rest of the
Yeah.
layers are just limited to. Gotcha.
So say, like, you somehow got an item from... I forgot the name. I forgot actually the name of it. But say you got an item of Asmodeus's from the 9th layer of Hell and cast plane shift on it and use it as the item,
It wouldn't work.
you'd go to Avernus. You would not go to the 9th layer.
Okay. So no matter what when you go to the 9 hells, you have to start in Avernus
Yep.
and work your way down.
Yep.
Good to know. This might be something we want to take above game.
yeah, I think Fair would bring it over to the group and explain, what it is. And say, well, if we can't find him, this might certainly help us.
And despite what Vecna said, I do get a feeling that a journey into the 9th layer of hell is in our future. It's hard to imagine this ending any other way.
That is true. So, shall I hold on to it then?
That seems like a good idea. In the bag of holding, perhaps, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we. If you say it's unique iron that isn't found on this plane, I don't think we want anybody else
To know we have
detecting
it.
it.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Put it in the bag of holding.
Are there like drawers or cabinets or anything else we can open and take a look at?
Yeah, I included that in the investigation check. That is
Okay.
like the only
Oh
thing
yeah.
in the notes.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all included. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Just
Yep. I guess after first look through the room, can Fair go back and identify what the other scrolls are?
Yeah, give me 1 second to go grab those. I didn't know if you were going to or not, so I don't. Okay. It is a scroll of Soul Cage.
Okay.
And hold up. What is the other one? Psychic Lance.
What?
Psychic Lance.
Okay.
I think Rolitham's
I
Psychic
think
Lance.
it's Rolitham's Psychic Lance is the full name of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and you said there were also potions.
Yes. Double check. I have them in a different tab. 1 second, sorry.
I'd definitely be helping with identifying these things.
Yeah, one is a potion of heroism, and then the other one is a superior healing potion.
All right.
Sorry, you said a superior and a
Potion of heroism.
heroism. All right. I already have a heroism. And I already have a superior. If somebody else doesn't have one of those.
Oh, do I have? I don't have the. Let's see, is heroism. Okay, so you just get 10 hit points every turn,
Yeah.
and you're immune to frightened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you're under the effect of the bless spell, so you add a
Oh,
D4
and bless. Okay.
to attack rolls
Yeah.
Oh, that's fancy.
and saves.
I guess. Yeah, I'm fine with whatever. Oh, I was looking at healing potions. I have 1 superior, 3 greater, and 4 regular flavor, so I think I'm good on healing potions right now.
Yeah. I have a superior, 3 greater, 4 regular, and a heroism.
And I will take the scrolls if that's cool.
Yeah, no, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, Air would be the first to grab all the scrolls.
Yeah, and then you can copy from my spell book. And actually, Fair sort of is studying the scroll of Soul Cage and just remarks like, "Oh, this is came about in a very different way, not how I would have done it, but I've figured out how to do this myself, so might be able to sell this to someone else."
Anybody else want potions?
I'll take them if no one else will.
Go
I'm
for
good
it.
with that.
Did Fair want a potion of heroism?
Heroism and a superior healing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did Fair want the heroism?
I thought you
I'm good
just
without
took
it.
it.
Yeah, you can have it. It's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. I'll have to add it later.
Yeah.
Mine won't let me do things.
Oh,
I
that
will,
sucks.
before we leave, I'll find a spare bit of scrap paper and a pen. and I will just write out a note and leave it where the tuning fork was.
Okay.
The note will just say, forgive me, but the note will say, hell is empty and all the devils are here. And I will leave it unsigned. That's a line from Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I couldn't resist.
Ooh. Yeah, the look on my face was like,
But yeah.
where in Shakespeare do I remember that from?
That's the Tempest.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. I want to buy a card game for Geekend, but it's out of print and it's very hard to find. It's called Bards Against Depravity, and it is Cards Against Humanity, but it is all Shakespeare.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so the black cards are lines, and then the white cards can be lines, characters, or items from Shakespeare plays and sonnets and stuff. Anyways, because I think that'd be fun to play with Shakespeare people. Anyways, the mayor will lock up behind you guys. Is there, are you doing anything else in town? You staying for a day, the evening?
Lunchtime, may as well eat while we're here.
Okay.
Something a little bit fresher than rations.
All right.
Yeah. A hot meal would be much appreciated. We
Yeah,
should go see Mr.
Wilmer?
Simpson.
Yeah. Over at the Mary Shack. They make good pastries.
I'm gonna guess you have a key to there too.
Yeah, actually, although he's open right now, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, head over there, have some lunch.
Yeah. He was he'll walk over with you guys. Yeah, he was sick the other week, and I went in and helped do all of the morning pastry making. See, having keys handy. He is like over staring, trying to justify this because you all think it's weird at this point.
Yeah, I make a mental note to ask Nomer if the mayor is any good at making pastries.
You'll have to ask
Like,
him
was
next.
that welcome help, or did he just kind of waste ingredients?
I think that's gonna be it though.
Cool.
This week, I think we'll end there. That sounds good. Never mind.
I got all my damage dice ready. I was sure we were having a Vecna fight.
I was
Got all
sure
my
you guys were
spells
having
prepared.
a Vecna fight. I was sure you guys were having a Vecna fight. I had the sheet down. I had everything open. I had the map. Anyways.
Oh, that was something we kind of talked. Is like, I don't think we can take this deal, but also like, let's see if he'll agree to just fuck off forever. I don't understand why he would. He already said no to like 100 years. And then like the next morning he just agrees to forever immediately.
Yeah.
Like
It was
I
because
don't
of our
understand it.
wording. It was because of how it was worded.
I guess.
There's loopholes in it.
I
Watch the VOD and you'll hear them.
Lots of loopholes.
all right, well, speaking up at any time is something you're allowed to do.
Yeah.
If you think I fucked up.
I don't think you did at all. I think you did a really good job.
Oh no, I found the
Actually.
loopholes afterward when I
Clicked it and listened to it, I think. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're gonna go raid Ink and Ire now. We'll be back on Monday for more Exandria shenanigans in the Chroma Dynasty, and we'll see if they can track down a Rakshasa next week, or see what else is up with an army of the undead here. Because it is yeah.